EDP ba sa kangkong at kamote ang gusto niyo matutunan sa araw na to? Tara, i-discuss natin yan.
My name is Renagine Havellana and today I will discussing my entrepreneurial development project which is sweet potato and upland kangkong. Originally, ang area na ito ay para sa production of kamote. Sa kadahilanan na baka hindi kaming mga student ay makaharvest on time, naisipan na lang na magdagdag na panibagong crop, which is upland kangkong, na pagkakakitaan namin habang iniintay namin lumago at maglaman ang aming kamote. This variety of kamote is PSB 23, so according to my own data about this variety, medyo mapayat yung stems niya compare sa ibang variety. Yung leaves niya is slightly lobed, meaning medyo curvy ang edges. Napansin ko din na habang nakukuhanan ko siya ng cuttings, ay mas bumibilis ang pagsuloy ng vines nito. Napansin ko din na mas mabagal ang paglago nito, lalo na kapag direktang nakatanim sa matinding sikat ng araw. May kukumpara sa ibang variety ng kamote na natatakpan ng shade mula sa mga punong kahoy sa tabi nito. Sa bunga naman nito ay mapapansin nating maliit lamang at di gaanong lumaki sa loob ng 4 na buwan. Ang kulay ng PSB 23 variety ay cream at sa loob naman nito ay slightly yellow. Hindi ito gaanong kalaki ngunit matamis naman ang laman. This area measures about 9.4 and 8.4 meter. Total of 78.96 square meter. Upland kangkong. Upland kangkong, scientifically known as Ipomoea reptans, is a leafy green vegetable commonly found in tropical regions. Ito ang variety ng kangkong na kayang mabuhay sa moist soil. Ito ang napili kong itanim upang maging cash crop dahil sa mabilis nitong pagtubo na magbibigay sa amin ng mabilisan at additional na kita. The land area of upland kangkong measures about 9.4 meter by 14.2 meter in total of 133.48 square meter. Nature of the project. The Entrepreneurial Development Project of Sweet Potato and Upland Kangkong was conducted as a sole proprietorship type of business. It was handled by the student entrepreneur, including the production, management, and marketing. Objectives of the project. The project aimed to serve as a training ground for the student entrepreneur in production of sweet potato and upland kangkong. Specifically, it aimed to, first, improve the agricultural entrepreneur's student skills and knowledge, gain practical experience, generate income, and fourth, evaluate the profitability of small-scale production. Time and place of the enterprise. The Entrepreneurial Development Project was conducted from January to June 2024 at New Acquired Land, Cavite State University Main Campus. Description of the enterprise. The project was the production enterprise of sweet potato and upland kangkong. The entrepreneurial project, with a total land of 212.44 square meter, was divided into two following crop, which is sweet potato, the main crop with 224 plant population in total, and the upland kangkong with 1,075 plant population in total. Organization and management. The sweet potato and upland kangkong production enterprise was a sole proprietorship type of business. The student entrepreneur was responsible for all the activities of the enterprise, including the financial production, monitoring, and marketing aspect of the project. Layout of the project. The layout of the project shows the orientation of the land area of upland kangkong with 14.2 meter by 9.4 meter and sweet potato with 8.4 meter and 9.4 meter. Each area had 0.5 meter pathways between the plot. Pre-production activities. Procurement of supplies and materials. The student entrepreneur bought all the necessary materials for the entrepreneurial project. For sweet potato, polybag bought from Pulido Agricultural Shop located at Indang, Cavite. Vermicast bought from Mrs. Concepcion at Barangay Agusos, Indang, Cavite. Complete fertilizer bought from Pulido Agricultural Shop at Indang, Cavite. Early Grow Rooting Hormone bought from MC Enterprise. And for upland kangkong, the student entrepreneur bought sprinkler, from Fortune King at Indang Cavite, urea fertilizer bought from Pulido Agricultural Shop, Upland Kangkong seed bought from MC Enterprise. Layouting. The student entrepreneur measured each respective land area where they will plant their crops. Layouting of land is essential for proper planning and ensuring that each crop has enough space to grow effectively and be productive. Land clearing. The 212.44 meters squared production area was cleared by removing of weeds and other unnecessary items by the use of bolo, rake, and by the use of grass cutter. Land preparation. Rotavator was used to prepare the land area. With the help of this plow, the land was cultivated easily, while rotary tiller helps to crush the solid pieces of compacted soil. Plot preparation. The student entrepreneur used shovel, rake, hoe to loosen the soil to create a plot and furrow. For sweet potato, the student entrepreneur created a 0.5 by 9.4 meter of furrow with a spacing of 0.5 meter pathways with a total of 8 furrows. While in the Upland Kangkong, the student entrepreneur created a plot that measures 1 meter by 9.4 meter and a spacing of 0.5 meter pathways with a total of 10 plots. Preparation of sowing media. For preparation of sowing media, the student entrepreneur used the ratio of 1:1 of soil and chicken manure. For sweet potato and for Upland Kangkong, the student entrepreneur used vermicast and soil. Indirect seeding or planting. Sweet potato cuttings were sown in a plastic polyethylene bag while Upland Kangkong was in seedling tray. 2 cuttings were planted per poly bag while 1 to 2 seedlings were planted per hole in Upland Kangkong. Hardening. The entrepreneurs hardened the Upland Kangkong seedling 3 days before transplanting into the plot. While sweet potato was hardened after 1 week of indirect planting. Transplanting. After 1 to 2 weeks of indirect planting of the sweet potato, it was transplanted into the furrow area with a planting distance of 0.5 meter, while Upland Kangkong seedling was also transplanted into the area with 20 cm by 20 cm planting distance. Watering. Sweet potato was watered twice a day, early in the morning and late in the afternoon, while Upland Kangkong watered thrice a day, early in the morning, before noon and late in the afternoon, used by a sprinkler or hose. Pest and disease management. The common pest in Upland Kangkong was black flea beetles. Some are 7-spot ladybird beetles, but these are beneficiary insect. Removal of its possible habitat was done to prevent the insect. Weeding. The weeds that grown around Upland Kangkong and sweet potato were amaranths, Amaranthus spinosus, and shame plant Mimosa pudica, nutgrass or Cyperus rotundus. These weeds were manually removed to prevent the competition on the basic needs of the plants. Application of fertilizer. The student entrepreneur used fertilizer to supply the nutrients needed by the plant. For sweet potato, the student entrepreneur applies 1 tablespoon of complete fertilizer besides the plants to directly absorb by the roots. While in Upland Kangkong, urea fertilizer was applied to the area with a diluted 2 tablespoons of urea fertilizer into 16 liters of water. Harvesting. Sweet potatoes were expected to be harvested in 4 to 6 months, while Upland Kangkong harvested 42 days after seed sowing. Harvesting would have been done late in the afternoon by the use of pruning shears. The top leaf was cut, leaving off the 1 to 2 leaf nodes at the roots. Post-harvest handling. The damaged, immature, and diseased leaf, as well as long hollow stems, removed manually. The washed upland kangkong weighed by the use of weighing scale. Upland kangkong was packed through plastic, while sweet potato was cleaned by washing and removing of dirt and was packed with plastic. Marketing. Upland kangkong crops market inside the university campus and around Indang, Cavite with a starting price of 90 pesos per 1 kilogram, 60 pesos per half kilogram, and 30 pesos per 1/4 kilogram of upland kangkong, while sweet potato was sold to the neighbors. Economic analysis. The project was contributed other supplies of kangkong to individual people around Indang, Cavite. The upland kangkong was sold to the contact buyers, classmates, students on campus, relatives, and neighbors. Each buyer would be offered prices ranging from 30 pesos to 90 pesos, depend on the kilogram they purchased, while sweet potato was sold to neighbor with a price of 75 pesos. Financial analysis. For the cost of supplies used in production of sweet potato, the total was 120 pesos. For the cost of supplies used in production of upland kangkong, the total was 301 pesos. For the cost of labor of upland kangkong, the total was 11,568 pesos. And for the cost of labor for sweet potato, the total was 4,992 pesos. For the other cost, the subtotal was 2,042.56 pesos. The projected statement income for sweet potato was 187.5 pesos with a number of plots of 224, a weight of 2.5 kg, and the prices of 75 pesos. For upland kangkong, the projected income was 4,675.5 pesos with a number of plants of 1,750 and a weight of 51.75 kg and a price of 90 pesos. For the estimated harvest, we simply compute the sweet potato and upland kangkong. The additional estimated harvest for sweet potato was 81.6 kg. To get this, we simply get the 25% of our land size since there is 6 furrows left in sweet potato area. After we got the 25% of the area, which is 19.74 square meter, we subtracted it into 78.96 square meter, which is the area of sweet potato. The answer was 59.22 square meter. To get the estimated kilo for 6 furrow, we search for the estimated harvest of our variety, which is 13.78 tons per hectare. 10,000 square meter is 1 hectare and was divided in the land of area, which is 59.22 square meter. The answer will be 168.86 square meter. The 13.78 tons per hectare estimated harvest for PSB 23 variety was converted into kilogram. It was 13,780 divided by the total land area, which is 168.86 square meter. The answer will be 81.6 kilogram. For upland kangkong, we create a 1 square meter per plot of upland kangkong to measure the kilogram that we can harvest. On first plot was 0.25 kilogram, on second plot it was 1 kilogram, and on third plot was 0.5 kilogram. The total was 1.75 kilogram and divided into 3 plots. The answer will be 0.58 kilogram per 1 square meter. 0.58 kilogram multiplied by 9.4 square meter of plot in the upland kangkong, the area will be 5.45 kilogram per plot. 5.45 kilogram multiplied by the number of plots, which is 10, so the answer will be 54.5 kilogram. It was multiplied by 3 months, so it will be 163.5 kilogram. The total cost production of upland kangkong was a total of 12,890.28, while in sweet potato, the total was 6,133.28. Computation for net income, break-even price, and break-even yield and ROI. To get the net income, gross income minus total production cost, the total net income for upland kangkong was 6,482.22. In sweet potato, the total was 174.22. For break-even yield, total cost production divided by price per kilogram. For sweet potato, the total was 81.78, while in upland kangkong, it was 143.23. For break-even price, total cost production divided by harvest. For sweet potato, the total was 72.92, while in upland kangkong, it was 60.78. For the return on investment, we combine the two crops, so to get the ROI, net income divided by total cost production times 100%, the total was 34.99%. Problem, solution, and insight. The student entrepreneur encountered some problems that may affect the production of the project. Some upland kangkong was eaten by the goats in the farm, which caused damage to the plants, especially on the leaves. For prevention, the student entrepreneur always monitors the area to easily avoid the appearance of goats near the area. Weeds also affect the growth of sweet potato and upland kangkong by competing on its nutrients, its moisture content, and sunlight. The solution is to perform the weed management. One of our problems is the compacted soil in the planting area. To address this, the student entrepreneur consistently waters the soil to soften it, making it easier to till and use for planting. Another challenge arose from the sharing of water for watering plants, leading to prolonged irrigation process. To address this, the student entrepreneurs resorted to using drums as alternative method for consistent plant watering. Insights. The enterprise development project directed by the student entrepreneur allows them to obtain information and practice skills learned at university. A student entrepreneur should be determined and willing to take the risk. To become a great entrepreneur, you must be responsible, hardworking, diligent, and inquisitive in order to avoid losses and maximize profits. Plans. The student entrepreneurs aim to utilize the knowledge, skills, and techniques acquired from this project to ensure a successful outcome for their future business endeavors. The student entrepreneur plans to increase the land area by double the original size to attain a twofold increase in income. Conclusion. The student entrepreneurs learned various methods to grow and sell crops such as upland kangkong and sweet potatoes. The student entrepreneurs gained practical farming skill, which helped in the growth of planted crops. On a 212.44 meter square planting area, we can demonstrate a significant percentage of substantial earnings. This only requires hard work and investment that will provide the crops with all the necessary requirements. Before it ends, let's discuss for the cash flow on sweet potato and the upland kangkong. In January, the beginning balance was 500 pesos, whereas the expenses amounted to 188.50 pesos and the ending balance will be 311.50 pesos. For the month of February, the 311.50 pesos was subtracted to the new expenses amounted to 144.17 pesos. The total was 167.33 pesos. For the month of March, we subtracted the expenses, which is 62.5, and the total balance was 104.83. For the month of April, there is no expenses, so the balance remains the same. And in the April, the balance, which is 104.83 pesos, was added to the sales, which is 187.5, and the total balance was 292.33 pesos. For upland kangkong, the beginning balance was 1,000 pesos. The expenses, which is 392.25, were subtracted, so the balance was 607.75 pesos. In the month of March, we still have 50 pesos expenses. It was subtracted to the total cash on hand, which is 607.75, so the balance was 557.75 pesos. For the month of April, the balance was 557.75 pesos, and there was a sale of total of 210 pesos, so the total balance was 767.75 pesos. And for the month of May, the sales was 4,620 pesos, so it was added to the remaining balance, so the total balance was 5,387.75 pesos. And that's all for today. Thank you for listening.